Hi, my name is Caleb. I'm the founder of FrameSet, and today I'm going to talk with you about search. By the end of this video, I think you're going to learn a lot about how to search on FrameSet, including how to not only search just individual keywords, but entire sentences, how to find similar frames and motions based on the ones that you're interested in, and how to use filters to sort down to just motions or just commercials. If you're new to FrameSet and are searching for the very first time, I almost think this video is a must watch just because by the end of it, you're going to learn about all the different ways you can search FrameSet that you may not know about that could be really helpful for you and your process. So with that in mind, let's get into it and I'll show you a little bit about search. So the first thing I always like to recommend to people who are searching FrameSet is just start by scrolling, especially if you are new in a project and don't 100% know what it's going to look like. Scrolling is a great way to see what frames and motions are out there that you can learn from and that you can be inspired by. The next way I'll show you how to search is by using a couple of our really basic filters. You can search by just motions. You can pair that with a media category like motions plus commercials. And again, you're going to see only motions within the commercial category. And that can be really helpful if you know you're interested in commercials and really just want to start with that kind of foundation. And of course, change this to just music videos or frames instead of motions. And it can be a really great way to search FrameSet. The first way of searching that is really our most popular way, and I'm sure if you've used FrameSet before, you've definitely searched in this way before, which is our text search. You can use our text search in a bunch of different ways, but I always like to highlight that it works really well if you type in full sentences. So you can certainly search for just individual keywords like the word motorcycle here, and that's going to work great. You can also misspell, as I'm sure I'll do at some point in this video, and it's going to understand the context of those individual keywords. But you can also add on to that and search way more than that. So for instance, a man on a motorcycle at dusk, and it's going to understand not just to look for the word man, motorcycle, and dusk as keywords, but kind of the context of that full sentence. So you can see it's able to find frames and motions that are kind of related to that search. You can also add on to it, right? And it's a really great way to kind of dive and look and maybe add things that you might be interested in based on the things that you're seeing. Another way I'll talk about with searching FrameSet that is our second most popular way of searching is with our similar search. What's really great about our similar search is you can be mid-scroll and really just see something you're interested in. Like maybe this frame, for whatever reason, is inspiring you in some way and you want to find more like it. You can just click our similar search feature and it's going to find similar frames related to that one, not only from that particular title, so you can see some other motions and frames related to that title, but also it's going to look at the entire aspect of the frame or motion and try to get a sense of what that may be. You can also stack a similar search with a text search. So maybe, you're looking for this frame, but more of a medium shot than a wide shot. You can just add that text search onto there and it's going to take both. So it's still going to be wide, but maybe it's going to try to pull in some medium shots as well as it's doing with this similar search here. And maybe you can run a similar search off of that. And it's a really great way to kind of use both of those paired together to find really specific inspiration. Another way that you can search FrameSet that I would consider our third most popular way of searching is our title search. And, of course, you can search for particular titles, brands, credits like directors, cinematographer using the search bar. But the most popular way and the way that I found is best is really just to scroll again until you're mid-search and you find something you're interested in. And then maybe, you want to see more frames and motions for this particular title. Just click on the upper left-hand corner of the frame and you'll see it pulls up other frames and motions from that particular title. Maybe you can run a similar search within that and then click on another title within that. Maybe click on the director for that particular title, see other work that they've done. It's a really great way to just kind of progressively scroll and see similar frames and motions based on that title. You can see here, sometimes we just have the director. Other times we have the cinematographer and production company listed. Of course, if you come across the title and want to add more credits for that particular title, you can always send them to us here. But that's a great way to search frame set. Another thing related to titles is obviously, as I'm sure you know, if you come across or can't find a title, you can always submit it to us for our team to take a look at and to add to frame set, of course. Last couple ways of searching here that I think are really great and could be helpful for your process is our filter search. You can stack all of our filters, not just our text search, but all these different filters. And, depending on what you're looking for, they can be really helpful. Like, let's say you like this similar image, but want to kind of lean it more towards this color of blue rather than the color of kind of purple that's in it now. You can see how it's stacking those to find a more interesting or more relevant frame or motion to the thing that you're working on. A couple of my favorite filters in particular, the aspect ratio one can be really helpful if you're just trying to find a specific frame within a specific aspect ratio. But of course, feel free to explore these on your own and see which ones are most helpful for you and your process. The very last search that I'll talk about is our upload image search. Essentially, it's our similar search, but for your own references. So if you have a reference that you're interested in that you have on your desktop or you source from somewhere else, you can just click here. It'll ask you to open up your desktop, and then you can upload any individual image, and it's going to search frame set just like our similar search feature works to be able to find more like it. That can be really helpful if you're pulling from somewhere else, or maybe you have a specific brief you're working off of. You can start there, and it's a really powerful way to search. Last thing I'll call out is the difference between free and pro memberships on FrameSet. As a free member, you can search on a limited basis every single day on the site. You can come to the homepage and scroll. You can run a couple searches, and it's a really great way to kind of understand what FrameSet is really capable of. If you're into a project and you need to search more, if you're a pro member, you can search on unlimited basis, as well as do a bunch of other really cool things on FrameSet. So that's searching on FrameSet. There's some really cool things there that I think you'll hopefully learn from and be able to find inspiration for your next project, even better, more specific, faster, that we think is going to be really helpful. If, of course, you may be wondering, I found great inspiration. What do I do from here? There's a couple other videos that you may want to check out related to sets, related to sharing, that can be really helpful. But obviously with FrameSet, searching is a big part of what we do. If you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at help@frameset.app, or you can click the little icon on the bottom right-hand side of our interface, and you'll talk to me or somebody else on our team that should be able to help you out. Thanks so much. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and happy searching.